And we need to become much better communicating what we can do with unbillable time. Because this is where we can actually grow as a team.
Good enough, so you gotta be great, and I'ma do whatever it takes. Doing what I love for life, and I'll pay the price, and not stopping even if the shit kills me, even if it kills me.
Yeah, I'm ready.
It's kind of funny. We don't actually need the countdown, but it kind of gets you in the mood, right? So,
Yeah, it's
3,
it's the cue.
2,
Give me the cue.
1.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to MattGron Talks. This is episode 141, and my name is Mattias Gronborg, aka MattGron, and in this show, I share my scaling up journey, building my company iGoMoon from nothing to something. And of course, with me as usual, my friend and co-host, Svea Malina Lanchoff. How are you doing, Svea?
Hi, Mattias. I'm doing great. It's Friday after all. I mean, who wouldn't feel great on a Friday? So
Yes.
Let's jump right into our episode. This year, as entrepreneurship runs smack into reality 3 times per week. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we have different topics for you guys. Mattias, do you want to introduce the framework?
Yes, we have a framework for you guys, and every Monday we talk about growing as a human being, and I share all the things I'm learning in the process growing as a human being and a leader. And then every Wednesday we talk about all the things I'm learning in the entrepreneurial process, scaling up iGoMoon, and every Friday, which is today, we talk about my weekly self-inventory. So we talk about things I could have done differently. We also talk about things I have learned during the week. And we are also celebrating the victories. So that's the Friday episode.
Yeah, we have a special surprise for today's Friday episode, but later more. Let's dive into the week first, Mattias. What have you been up to?
A lot of things, as usual. Let's maybe zoom into the HubSpot Partner Day. I visited the online experience of HubSpot Partner Day this week. I found it very interesting.
What is the Partner Day? Tell me about it. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, so, every time when HubSpot has a event, partner day event, that basically means, all the HubSpot partner joins, which means the HubSpot customer, like the end user of the product, is not joining that event. Mm-hmm. They are more joining, the inbound event.
Okay.
But partner days are for all the partners that is kind of collaborating with HubSpot to sell the software and their services. And like iGoMoon.
Yeah.
So then this was like a kickoff for the year. So they went through a lot of like updates around the partnership, and they were also talking a lot about the big opportunities in the HubSpot partner ecosystem. For our services now, when HubSpot, they're growing their platform, becoming a CRM for growing and scaling companies, which means there is there's a field here where we could develop new services compared to when HubSpot was just a marketing tool.
Yeah.
I also think that is very tied into my weekly inventory. So maybe we can move into the weekly inventory. And first, I would like to talk a little bit more about something I think we could have done different. Mm-hmm. I could have done differently. Previous, I have been talking about how important it is to set up our teams to succeed on a weekly basis. We are a service-based company. So at the end of the week, we need to break it down to billable hours. That's how we make money. Mm. And then, of course, we find ways to value-based pricing and stuff. But at the end of the week, we need to balance how much time we are actually spending on delivering services and products for our customers. So And we are very goal-oriented and focused. So, of course, people internally, they feel they really want to contribute. They're ambitious. And then sometimes people, when they don't have billable, hours, when they feel they maybe not spend their time on fruitful, customer-related tasks. And when that happened, because, something that is super important running a company is to understand that people will always, if they are overbooked and they have super much work to do, they actually feel better about themselves versus when they are not fully booked. Let's say they have a kind of an open calendar, because when they have an open calendar, they become stressed, right? And we need to become much better communicating what we can do with unbillable time. Because this is where we can actually grow as a team. And in our case, we can grow our HubSpot expertise, right? This is where my inventory comes in, because what I can really see now happening in the HubSpot ecosystem is that the HubSpot certifications, they become much more important in so many ways. And that's a really good example of an activity when people internally is not, booked on billable time. We need to really plan out when we can do the HubSpot certifications, because that's important. And in that case, from a leadership standpoint, also really acknowledge people and so people feel that, okay, becoming like an HubSpot expert and having all the certifications, that's actually well worth spend time. Does it make sense? I mean, for a long time, I feel it has kind of growing and becoming something, and now I'm talking about HubSpot certifications, like, okay, I don't have any customer work, so let's do a certification. What I'm trying to say, like, they should be prioritized on a new level and also communicated as one of the most important thing we could ever do to be able to inspire customers to work with us. And also kind of becoming a hygiene thing. Customers, they more and more asking us during a sales process, okay, so what kind of certifications does your team have?
Oh, interesting. So they're aware of that.
They are aware more and more. Like, if I go back a couple of years, no one asked for that. But if we are in, how should I say, like a procurement process with a company, now it actually sometimes comes up. And when I was listening to the partner day, I thought about this is something I could have done differently. Also had some notes here, so I'm watching my screen. Sorry, guys. I don't want to disconnect. Because I think it's important to say, because we are, we hire people with growth potential, and I mean, invest in people to learn HubSpot. It will pay off, because the bottleneck very often, when you're growing your team, is when people don't feel confident around the platform. Does it make sense, Svea?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and I'll talk about that right now. Something I learned this week, I also would like to share. It's on the process side, more on the HR side. Because Matilda, she joined us as our first HR talent acquisition person. And, that moment put me in a spot where I need to look at all the things I'm doing on the HR side from a different perspective. She's asking a lot of, questions. And I'm like trying to cope with that and get everything moving forward. But something we have done for a while, and then we changed it, and now I want to change it again. Because we call it growth calls. at iGoMoon we have two growth periods, 2 weeks growth periods each year. And during these 2 weeks growth periods, you have growth call 1 and 2. And growth call 1, we talk about the role and the goals. And growth call 2, we talk about the culture.
Yeah.
And then there is like a third growth call that happens on a anniversary, like every year in December, between December and February, which is basically when we discuss salaries and benefits and stuff. But growth call 3 is, for everyone at the same time every year. But growth call 1 and 2, before we always had them if you join in January, and then we had a growth call 1 and 2 after 6 months at the end of the like probationary period. To summarize and get everyone on the same page. And then you had the next period 6 months later. But then we changed it so we have it
all at the same time, eller?
Yeah, exactly. But then that has actually created a bottleneck for the team leaders, because that means 2 times every year. It's very hard to balance, customer work and the internal growth calls.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
So now I think we should basically
go back to the old
and go back and find a more smooth rhythm when and do growth calls 1 and 2.
More spread out over the year.
Yeah, according to where the start date for your employment. So that's something I learned this week and need to change again.
Was there anything else about the week you want to share, or do you want to go over to the kudos now?
I think we could go to what we can celebrate. I think this week I really want to celebrate some good week memories. Dennis did a really good job. We have a new customer. We are doing a workshop with them, the discovery workshop. It's basically the first step. So with iGoMoon, we could say we have a customer journey, and the first step starts out with a discovery workshop when we learn more about the customer. We set up the right goals so we could have a much more goal-driven approach. And we discuss resources and technology and, get everything set up for a fruitful partnership together. So Dennis brought in a new customer, super good job. I also gave kudos to Henrik. I think he has really been managing a couple of customer relationships very well. There has been a lot of friction in these relationships, and he's been really showing how brave he is, taking tough discussions and trying to move the relationship forward. It's super hard. I want to give kudos to Matilda. We have done some work on the HR onboarding.
Yeah.
So great victories there. She's launching a step competition thing. Something I'm very hopeful for now with the HR goal internally is to be able to actually take action on internal feedback. And something that we have been talking about is how iGoMoon could actually enable people to be more healthy. So that's one of the things Matilda is working on right now. This is a step competition thing, so we will compete with other Swedish companies, and we will also
steps when you walk.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, steps.
Yeah.
Do you say steps?
Yeah, it's right. I was just thinking of different steps in the process, because we always talk about steps, but just simple steps. Yeah, okay, makes sense.
Now we are talking about healthy steps here. So there will be a competition against other companies, and then we will create a team competition. So
that sounds fun.
Yeah, so she will launch that next week. So yeah, improvements.
Absolutely. So I'm thinking, how do we get a smooth transition to our new surprise?
Yeah, we discussed something that was very fun. I think iGoMoon, we have a small growing esport team, Call of Duty team. It's me, Alexander, and a couple of other guys playing Call of Duty and Warzone. So I think it could be a good idea to also do a small weekly inventory on that part.
Yeah.
What we could have done differently to actually win more games.
Yeah.
And then we could also maybe show a weekly highlight, and I could maybe share something short about the video we are watching. So
yeah, should we do that now? Should we try it?
Yeah, let's
do a dry run.
We have a clip, right?
We have a clip. So let me open it here. I'm gonna look at it right now. I'm gonna put it on the screen for you guys to watch as well. It's only 10 seconds, but so Mattias, I see there's some kind of like a truck. It looks like a Mercedes truck.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Like a G-Wagon, right?
Yeah, it's definitely a Jeep, a SUV, and
what's happening here?
You say SUV? Is that a Swedish word?
No, SUV, I think. Suburban vehicle.
Yeah, that's SUV. That's right. So this clip is from the end of the game. So we are playing. We are 4 people. We play a quad game, and that means we are 4 people. In our team, we are competing against other teams. There's about 150 players on the map, and I think in this case, the other 3 guys, my teammates, they were not in the game anymore. They were taken out, so basically dead. And then you could actually take like a king mission.
Okay.
And if you survive with that king mission for 2.5 minutes or something, then you actually get your teammates back.
Okay.
And in this case, I took this SUV and was just driving around and trying to survive. And I got the great idea. Okay, let's drive through this
to a house.
Small barn. And at the same moment, I was going, through the house, there was like an enemy coming in. I don't know.
But you get him? I think so, yeah.
he or she thought, but they were probably going to grab something on the ground, and then they were probably very surprised.
I bet
driving through the house. So yeah, that's like a funny moment from the gaming sessions.
But the important question, Mattias, did you get your team back? Did you survive 2.5 minutes?
I get the team back.
Nice.
But we didn't won the game.
Awesome.
And so...
a good job anyways on the king
Good job
mission.
anyway. Yeah. We are getting better. We need to name our squad as well.
Yeah, you need some more players also, right? Yeah.
So we are working on that.
Who knows? Maybe I'll become a gamer. Let's see. I'm open for everything. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, let's establish that, like a little clip at the end of the Friday episode to, start off the weekend with something fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's do that.
Let's do that. And I think that's a wrap up for today. And thank you for watching MattGron Talks. And if you have any questions, please leave a comment. And don't remember to hit the bell and subscribe.
Yes.
That would really make our day. So
yeah,
see you in the next one.
And if you want to join Mattias' squad, then just check out his email address. It's down below in the information box. So maybe you can be featured in the next video. But anyways, thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great weekend and see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
See you in the next one. Bye-bye.